Which mu'ashara society are we living in today? And the consequences of this we see in our society today. Imitation of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, following Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When we get far from that, we see the result of that in this day and age. That acting and practicing far from the sunnah. My friends, obedience to sunnah, going far from it, Allah Ta'ala has given us one big punishment due to that from the dunya. What is that? Terrorism, fundamentalism, extremism. Muslim is a fundamentalist. He's impure. A Muslim kills. He throws bombs. He curses. He loots people. He kills people. Why is this today? Why have we got this title today? We should wake up today and understand the reason for this is nothing else but one reason. Because today, our young people in universities and colleges, what has happened to them? What happens to them? The reason is this, that they are brainwashed. And by taking them far from the practice physical of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, their minds are brainwashed, and taking them out of the physical and reality practice of sunnah, of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's way. They are given a deen, and they are told that this is deen, Islamic jihad, and their minds are prepared, they're brainwashed, they're sent to other countries to fight, they throw bombs, suicide bombs, they kill people, they destroy nations and countries. This is that nation that is imitation Islam, not real Islam, fake Islam. And they have taken the ruh of Islam out of the deen. They have evaporated the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam out of the deen, out of Islam. They are taken far from the sunnah. Why? Because imitation of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what does it teach us? Imitation of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam teaches us the akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When we are close to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in practice, in essence, then the akhlaq, his mannerisms, his character, his ways will come into our hearts and lives. Was this the akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Did he teach us to kill people, bomb people in the name of jihad, to destroy the world, to split nations, to split countries and civilized societies, and to destroy people's lives? Rasulullah ﷺ taught us that whichever country you live in, have respect for the law, respect for the ways, and don't have bad akhlaq against those people who are not Muslim. Those people who are non-Muslims, have adab, have manners, and present yourself nicely to them in a good way. We've forgotten the ways. Have you forgotten the akhlaq? Rasulullah ﷺ's akhlaq was so great, so elevated. Not just that we are practicing physical worship and ibadah. No, Rasulullah's title was Rahmatul lil Alameen. He was mercy to all of mankind. And the basis of his deen, the basis of his life was akhlaq. High grade akhlaq. And did Rasulullah ever say, are you non-Muslim? Oh, be gone with you. Or fight with him. Or beat him. No. Rasulullah's akhlaq was so great. Let's read. You read it all the time. You hear it all the time. One old woman from Makkah, and she is about to depart Makkah. She's about to leave. She said, such a man has been born. He speaks about the one God, and he is distributing the dawah of Islam, and I don't want to live near him. But she was against the Prophet ﷺ, and she's getting her goods together. She's about to leave. She has so much luggage, so much belongings. And Rasulullah ﷺ saw this old woman. She's going. He said, oh beloved woman, oh elder woman, you're going somewhere. Can I help you? Can I assist you? And Rasulullah ﷺ took all of that luggage, and all of that way, that journey, she started speaking against Rasulullah. Oh, that man, he's come, he's speaking about God. And Rasulullah helped her to the end. And she said, you have helped me so much. What is your name? And he Sallallahu said, my name is Muhammad. Her eyes opened up. You are Muhammad? The person I'm cursing all the way to here? And he said, Sallallahu don't worry. Why are you worried? I am him. And you spoke about me. She said, if you are him, Sallallahu then I ask you forgiveness. I want to come into Islam. One waqiyah, one event. His whole life was full of this. That nobody could oppose his akhlaq. Rasulullah, some Jew, a disbeliever, a mushrik, a fire worshipper, Ahl Kitab, a person of the book. Is there one person who was distressed due to the akhlaq of Rasulullah? Was there anyone who had to take the burden of pain or hurt or crying due to Rasulullah? Was there anyone who lived in the circle of influence of the Prophet who was pained by Rasulullah? Those same people, Kafir, Yahudi, Christians who used to throw stones on the Prophet who laid thorns and nettles and prickly thorns in his path. Those same people, Rasulullah when they were ill, he used to go and visit them and ask them, how are you? He would give them gifts. He would serve them. And they were amazed that we used to curse you and swear at you and say, be gone with you, and you are helping us, assisting you. So my friends, my brothers, until we don't have these feelings in our heart and we become busy with bad actions, killing people, fundamentalism, terrorism, extremism and bombs, then we will be far from Rasulullah. So brothers, if we want to save our children from extremism, fundamentalism, and terrorism, then it is lazim, it is fard on us today that we have to rectify our children, we have to give them tarbiyah, we have to give them the training. And what is that training we have to give them? The training of the imitation of the great akhlaq, of the way of the life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then in the life will come the akhlaq of the prophets. Then their manners will be good, their akhlaq will be good, they will love the humanity, they will never say anything against a person who goes to church, they will never set a church on fire, they will never set a place of worship on fire or bombing a place of worship. Why? Because we are Muslims and they're not Muslim? Astaghfirullah. So the person who brought Islam to us in the world, he never said that you have to kill the non-Muslims. He never said that you have to bomb the places of worship of the non-Muslims. This is wrong. This is deception. Rather, this is a great fitna in this day and age. Save your children from this. Don't brainwash their child, because people have been brainwashed. They're exported from here to those countries, and they're sent to other countries, do jihad and strive and struggle and kill this many people and you'll get paradise. If you do a suicide bomb and kill this many non-Muslims, astaghfirullah, you will get a palace in paradise. This is a big paradise. You will get paradise, you will get the palaces, only when you have the way and the life and the akhlaq of Rasulullah in your heart. My friends, get the dua of a kafir. Get the dua, the prayer of a kafir. Why? Because this was the sunnah of Rasulullah. He also earned the duas of the kuffar. So my friends, don't break the heart of a person, whether he's a non-Muslim or non-Muslim. And we're destroying their churches, their synagogues, and we're sleeping in our lives peacefully because we think we're Muslims. Astaghfirullah. Today the sunnah has come out of our households. If you yourself want to be saved, and you want to save your younger generation, and you want to take this wretchedness out of our lives, and we want to spread the true essence and peace of Islam in the world, then we have to grab hold of the sunnah in our lives. Our youngsters who have gone to university or college, whose minds are brainwashed, who read things and hear things and they're sent to other countries, there's only one solution. Those youngsters, our young offspring, our younger generation, create a link with them, with such a jamaat, with such a sheikh, with such people who themselves are imitating the sunnah. You yourself will see, as soon as your youngsters, your younger generation, sit like Tablighi jamaat, they have the color of the sunnah of Rasulullah. Have you ever heard a Tabligh Jamaat member that he's throwing bombs? Have you ever seen a person in Tabligh Jamaat that he goes and burns a church? Have you ever heard a Tabligh Jamaat brother, he goes and sets fire to a place of worship? Never will you hear it. Never will you have heard of it. Have you ever seen a person who is in Tabligh Jamaat, or a person who does dhikr of Allah, a sheikh who teaches dhikr of Allah? Have you ever seen a sheikh or a dhakir or a person who's following tasawwuf, who wears imama, who has a beard, who wears the libas of sunnah, he goes and sets a house on fire, or sets a church on fire, or kills a kafir? Astaghfirullah. No way. Rather, he will say to people, please understand the life of the sunnah. And we want to go to paradise, and you, O person, O human being, O creation of Allah, you also go to paradise, you also go to Jannah. So my friends, there's only one solution to save our children, to save our offspring, our younger generation. Just like people have deviated us and our children from the sunnah and made our offspring terrorists, extremists, fundamentalists, so we should strive, drag them back to Islam, teach them sunnah, teach them the way of the sunnah of Rasulullah, make them physically, practically, spiritually, emotionally and ethically, teach them the sunnah, do amal on the sunnah, and you see how the akhlaq comes into their life. So do you agree with what I'm saying, my brothers? And all of us have to try this. First, we have to ourselves follow the sunnah. Appearance, libas, eating, drinking, lying down, sitting down, speaking, discussion, everything should be the imitation of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's life. Allah will be pleased, the people, the world will be pleased, you'll get respect in the world. And this is the biggest cure today, that dhikr of Allah brings about change. And I endorse this, and I claim this. And what is that change that will come? Listen clearly, the change that comes after doing dhikr of Allah, what is that change? When you do dhikr of Allah, the change that will come in your life will not be negative. It will not go downhill. You won't, after doing dhikr, become a terrorist or a fundamentalist. You won't start to kill people. You won't destroy buildings. No. After doing dhikr of Allah, it is positive change that comes in the life of a Muslim. He becomes aware. He wakes up. He starts to follow Rasulullah's sunnah. He starts to respect people in the country he lives in, Muslim and non-Muslim. He loves everybody around him. He teaches people, gives nasiyah to people. And this is called change. Positive change due to the dhikr of Allah.